Well, this is all property of Steel Toe, but guess what? Once I put it out to be seen on someone's computer screen, they can copy and paste it.
Yeah,
That's how the internet works.
You can't keep someone from screenshotting up like a public page.
Cut the music! Cut the music! We are not going to do the lame Bret Hart theme song. Hit the real man's music.
Do you smell what The Rock is cooking? The Rock says, The Rock says, The Rock says, The Rock says. The Rock says, The Rock says, know your damn role.
If you haven't heard the Steel Toe Morning Show before, lucky you. I'm not even sure what to say about these two to start with, but trust me, you won't be able to stand these cracker asses any more than I do. Where did Aaron and Mold come from? Who the fuck knows? But wherever it was, can he be returned? Here is a clip of Aaron from 2012, before the birth of the Steel Toe Radio Show.
If you're a parent of a mentally ill person, don't get the video game, but don't blame them.
Right.
When the kid gets a hold of the violent video game. Be a fucking parent.
This is the fucking problem. It's always you have to find something or someone to blame.
It's looking at something else because looking in the mirror hurts too much.
Absolutely.
That's why
it's not my fault. It must be the video game's fault.
Right. Where if men were men, Dad would raise a hand and go, "Sit down, woman. No, it's my fault. We fucked up. It's our fault. It's our problem."
How much of this do you think stems from these fucking PC police douchebags making it illegal to discipline your child?
97.85% of it. This is what they don't realize. It goes back to the overly sensitive Christians getting offended by Jesus being taken out of things. They don't understand that they put that shit in motion to get it taken out. They don't understand that just because you don't like something doesn't mean it's banned.
The Steel Toe Morning Show was actually on the radio at one point in time. Rocking 101, a really tiny small get out a microscope to see it radio station. Before April, there was the first wife. Ashley LaRue is her name. Don't you dare say that name to Aaron these days. She was the one who got away. Someone should give that woman a medal for putting up with this jackass.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first edition of the Steel Toe Show. Welcome to it. We're talking about Teen Mom.
I'm sorry I brought it up.
No, go ahead.
She, like 2 seasons ago, she was trying to force this guy to marry her. Do you remember that?
No, I don't watch this shit. My wife does.
Oh, yeah.
I just know that she's a
figured
whore.
you get roped into it.
No.
Oh.
I get laid by myself while she's watching Teen Mom.
Well, at least you have time for that.
I play Madden and then I slink off to bed, take care of myself and catch
She
some
doesn't
Z's.
wake up in the morning and tell you all about Teen Mom?
She's like 8 months pregnant.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the belly's in the way. Forget it. So we did not have a show Friday. Well, I'm back today. I maintained my figure, had a kid, the whole thing. I'm really a specimen of modern medicine and modern health. But back today because, when you're a guy, I keep hearing these whiny bitches talk about how men should get paternity leave as well. When men have a baby, they should get some time off. No, we shouldn't. The day after, that's all you get. If your wife has a kid on a Monday, you can take Monday off, you can take Tuesday off. After that, you got to get your ass back to work. Unless there's some kind of unforeseen health complication. If you're out in 24 hours, you're back to work. I might even tell you back to work on Thursday. Maybe. Depending on what your job is. But I think ultimately, if you're a guy, your job is to provide, your job is to produce. You are a caveman. You are there to hunt and gather. Get your ass a hunting and a gathering. The woman knows how to take care of the baby while you're gone. She's going to be fine. My wife.
Grief. Okay, well, I feel like I'm on trial. What?
A little bit. My wife is on the phone right now, and I had we were talking about you earlier, and the audience thought that one thing I said was particularly risky, and that I might get banned from sex for a while. But I thought it was a completely rational concern that I have, and a completely rational suggestion. And the thing was, as you know, I am a man who boobs are very important.
Oh, yes, I know. Well, hopefully butts aren't because I don't have one. So.
Right. Well,
That's
it's
a
with
problem.
the exception of my first girlfriend, all the gals I have loved their boobs, and you are.
That is awesome.
Yeah, and
Okay.
you are no exception to that. So
Oh, you're so sweet. Okay.
you're not going to like this next part. My thing was, as you get older, you know that those things are going to lose their buoyancy, right?
Yes. Okay.
So
That's a true fact.
Right. My question is, like when the Jefferson Monument or the Washington Monument starts to get a little older, they touch it up a little bit, and that's not an insult to the Washington Monument. That's saying the Washington.
Yes, Aaron, I get what you're saying. Okay, you're talking about boobs.
You're
yes,
skipping
okay.
too far ahead. The Washington Monument is a beautiful monument, and they want to keep it that way because we revere it and have such admiration for it. If the Washington Monument started to sag to its own belly button, we would be really concerned.
Oh my God.
So what I'm saying is when you get
today.
what I'm saying is when you get a little older, I mean,
Yes.
perhaps it might be something we would look into that I would touch you up like the Washington Monument.
Okay. First off, I totally guessed that that's what you're going to say because you've said that before.
Yes.
But okay, couple of things. First off, no, because that's super expensive.
It's not.
And I'm a scaredy cat, so there's no way I'm going to go for like an elective surgery and then I potentially get like an infection in my boob. And
You're
then
not going to. We're not going to go to. We're not going to go to.
No. Also, the boobs. I mean, I can put those suckers in like a push-up bra or whatever, and your balls are going to get saggy. But I'm not asking for you to get a surgery. I'll deal with those.
You don't have to ask me. I'm a good partner. I'm going to electively have my balls tucked up nicely.
I actually have gone through divorce with my children's father, and like I said, that's the whole point of this book. And I just. They love me and him and all their family members.
I don't know, something I've went through before and something I've had a lot of time to think about and something as a comedian and also an entertainer on the radio, I defend to the death. And that is the right for people to make jokes about absolutely anything. And it's weird when you talk to people who don't enjoy comedy or they don't like comedy. Here's the difference between people who don't like comedy and people who don't like pretty much anything else. Like, I don't like, it's not that I don't like Stranger Things, never watched it. I don't like Orange is the New Black. Orange is the New Black doesn't bother me. Orange is the Black, if it ever offended me doing something, that's fine. I deal with it. It's not Orange is the Black's or Orange is the New Black's fault.
Did you hear that? Aaron says you can joke about anything you want. Those are his words, not mine. Remember that he said that. Because in the present day, he has been very uppity about people making jokes about April. I'm okay if you say we should not make jokes about April. It just shows everyone watching how much of a hypocrite you really are.
All right.
Put your head between your legs.
I can
There is
hold
no
my
way
head
possible.
between my legs after 6 weeks of DDP yoga.
Can you get your head out of your own ass?
Unfortunately, that's week 10.
Okay, let's see.
So this is 6 weeks DDP yoga. I can get my head between my legs.
You cannot.
Ready?
Yeah.
I haven't stretched out
No
yet.
way
Let's
possible.
see. Okay, ready?
Yeah, let's see it. Oh my, gross. Get out of there. Get out of there.
Thank you.
That was maybe the grossest thing ever. I'm deleting this video immediately.
See?
That was pretty impressive, though. Is that something you could not do prior to
No,
DDP
I couldn't
yoga?
do that. I could always get my hands to the floor. Here's where I could go before.
Okay.
I could get, like, here.
Okay.
Before. Now you can grab the legs.
How close to sucking your own D are you? That's the real question here.
Closer than I've ever been and closer than I'm comfortable with.
Wingnut Tattoo and Piercing off Division in St. Cloud is the custom shop. That means for tattoos, piercings, or body modifications, you bring in the idea and their talented artists will bring it to life. Whether it's your first tattoo or adding to a collection, their artists are going to be able to give you exactly what you're looking for and more. That's Wingnut Tattoo and Piercing, the custom shop in St. Cloud, right off Division, in the same vicinity as Papa Murphy's Pizza. Or you can check out one of their many other locations. Check them out online today at wingnutmods.com. That's wingnutmods.com for Wingnut Tattoo and Piercing.
How did Aaron lose that radio gig? I will let Aaron in the April explain it to you.
So terrestrial radio, it ended up biting in the ass. Tell us about that story.
You know what?
happened?
Honestly, it's not important anymore.
Actually,
It sounds like he's got a legal injunction. He's like, I would talk about it, but I can't.
no, really, you should have meditated more and you would have been less angry.
Yeah, I mean, if I would have queebed it up a little bit, maybe I'd still be in radio.
So what you got to do?
Get a Yorkie and a fucking poodle, apparently.
Yorkie and a poodle and sitting in a gazebo.
So we had the radio show started in 2014, and we got to work at a station that ratings wise was completely in the shitter in the market we're in. So they let us do pretty much anything. And we got it up to number one. We were doing huge numbers, like 30 shares in the little mid-market that we're in. And then our boss told us, hey, if you guys ever get to number one, 12 plus, we'll start going to other stations. We'll syndicate the show. And we'd been number one for 2 years, and they didn't make good on it. So I decided in my wisdom as the host to facilitate things a little bit. So I started applying to other stations. And then if I got the job, I would just send it to the boss and I would go, hey, look, they already hired us. You got to find a way to get this show on the air over there.
Yep.
And the first station we got rejected from was in Des Moines. Was it Des Moines, Iowa? Des Moines, Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
No huge loss. No huge loss.
We decided to go on our show and listen to that show and see what they chose instead of us.
Oh,
and
no.
it was fucking terrible.
Not good.
It was a rock station where they had a guy and a girl talking about guy and girl shit, and then they'd play rock music. And we were offended that they chose this over the talk show that we did.
So basically, wait, they were following the formula from 1995. That was they're like, let's just do this and it's going to work. Okay.
Yep.
That's exactly what they did. So we decided in our, in our own fashion to start talking shit about their show. And then the woman co-host on that show started talking shit back to us like we're in our mom's basement. So we're like, oh, this will be fun.
It was funny.
Yeah, this will be great.
Let's
so
go.
we went through like her sizzle reel on her website. We called her fat. And I mean, we just like in a fun way, not like a mean way.
The toddler stuff.
There was a pit bull in the back seat. And I think I said something to the
In a
effect of,
picture.
oh, I hope it smells toddler on her. Or something like that. I mean, just like so outrageous. Though, like it was so ridiculous, you couldn't take it as anything but.
After getting fired from the radio station, the Twitch grift was in full effect. Aaron was divorced or going through one at this time. I honestly don't know or don't care, but he was streaming on Twitch and maybe something else. Anyways, he had different co-hosts at times. Aaron started holding content hostage until a certain number of viewers or money was reached. He still operates this way today. It's the opposite of how a good show normally works. What do I mean by good show? One that does the content, and then the money will follow. Not pay up you little pay piggies, and then if I feel like it, I will give you something in return.
If you're wondering how you get the show at work while Twitch is on, a lot of people say it sucks their data.
Yeah.
It sucks their battery. There's a way to avoid that. April came up with a whole tutorial, and she posted it on the Toe Boys, and then I posted on the Steel Toe Facebook page. You can go on the Steel Toe Facebook page. I'll put the link up in the chat here. And one of the first posts is a tutorial on how to turn Twitch on to audio only, playing in your background, and being able to listen at work. It doesn't drain your data. It doesn't drain your battery. That's really awesome. The Paperboy gifting a tier 1 sub to the Real Stonies. Are we going to have listener call-ins? Yes. When we build the new studio this month, yes, we're going to have a phone line dedicated. It'll be fun. Mikey is right. What is Mikey right about? If you don't know how this came about, you aren't a real fan. Well, I mean, as a guy who runs a business that needs to grow, everyone's a real fan. Thank you.
Everyone's feelings are valid.
Yes. Wouldn't it be funny if we just went like full bore? I think if you watch that Chinese elevator story on Friday, you know we're not going anywhere.
We're not going too far.
Someone says, what about Tradio? That's true. Who can Tradio complain to now?
Yeah.
I don't know. Y'all are the reason I bring my phone charger to work. Oh, that's very nice of you, man. I appreciate that. And we are pushing 600 viewers.
Yeah, we're knocking on that door. This is holy crap. We just went up by like 3 more right before you clicked over.
Did we?
Yeah.
Now we're at 593. All right, here's the deal. Johnny, calm down. We're going to go to 600 and then we're going to do a story. All right? You want to watch a crazy white girl get arrested by the cops and her cuck boyfriend try to argue with them?
God, yes, but I have a feeling the fans are going to watch us like freakishly stare at the screen for the next 2 minutes.
Why?
Because we're obsessed with that number.
We have a new, because we want to go to 600?
Yeah.
No, it's going to take 1 minute for us to get to 600. We're at 593, 596, 597.
Oh, Jesus.
God damn.
Good morning, Mike Bradinsky.
Have you filed for an LLC yet? Yes, this week. That's what we're doing. We got to get. This came about very fast. So yes, we're Steel Toe Media Incorporated, the whole LLC, whatever. We're going to do the whole deal. It's going to be great. 597. Less than a half hour into the show.
Yeah.
God damn you guys. I know this isn't your fault, but this is
annoying.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, it went down to 588. Everyone's tired of our shit already.
Oh, no.
It's over. We're all going broke. It's all cancel the orders. Forget the advertisers. It's over, Johnny.
Gary, can I have my job back? I mean, I know there wasn't any promised work, but, could I potentially work for you?
587. You know what we'll get to 600 doing?
What?
Content.
Like to do is just have everybody share this, talking about what's going on now. What I will do is these broadcasts will be a little more professional as we go. As for right now, I just want to get this shared up so that people can check it out. I don't know what's going on. Here you go for an update. Boom. Copy. Post. Oh. Well, I'll say this. Whatever is going to happen as far as Twitch goes, it's not good for our show. That much I can tell you. No matter what happens with Twitch, it is not good for our show. Can we get Jimmy Fallon just saying that's crazy as a drop?
It's your show.
You shouldn't do it, but sooner or later you're going to put your tongue on it.
Okay. All right. So
Phoenix writes, no denser objects have higher terminal velocity. Denser objects have higher terminal velocity. Terminal velocity just means the peak speed at which it falls.
I thought terminal velocity was identical for everything. Eventually.
It sounds like a Schwarzenegger movie.
Sure does.
To me. Dear Butch says more about wind resistance. Cool. That's not boring at all, and I'm not failing in the least right now with all this talk. 4,263 subs, looking to get to 4,400 by the end of the show. And right now, as far as the hype train goes, we are 8% of the way through level 2. Bits and subs. That's how that hype train takes off, is your generosity. Bits and subs. It's also how we support ourselves on this fine channel.
What happened to the hype train? Because you won't hear that mentioned on this show these days. A so-called comedian named Chad Zumach took the hype train gimmick for himself and has run it into the ground. Speaking of Chad, now is a good time to show you a little of the dark side of Aaron in April. Last year around this same time, Steel Toe and Chad weren't holding anything back in their internet warfare. For people who claim to have morals, did Steel Toe go too far in what you are about to hear? You decide.
And here we go. Share. Okay, this is Steel Toe. Remember, we're out of the Chad business. We're washing his hands. He talks about family. He talks about this, that, and the other thing. But let's just go to this. This is who you're dealing with. This is, after everything he said about me, and I've never said anything bad about his kid. I just said he was a shitty dad. And those aren't April's kids. And if Ashley LaRue, you're watching this, you don't want April watching your kids. This is a bad person. Watch this.
Nanner Diff says, what do you call Chad's brother laying in front of your door? Matt.
I got one.
Oh, God.
If Chad's brother were a breakfast item, what would he be?
What's that?
A pancake. Thank you.
Hold on a second. Don't
look at her laugh.
I'm not going to say it.
Look at her laugh.
That's not very nice. Did you know his brother's real name?
Mm-mm.
See, you didn't know that because you're too busy being mean.
Look at her laugh.
I'm gay.
Yeah, that's not very.
Wow. I mean, really? It's going too. I mean, what do you guys think? This is your Steel Toe show. This is this piece of shit. I mean, the people are speaking. I mean, you heard it. I called my aunt. So I saw a super chat saying Carl said my brother didn't die, so I called her right on the spot.
Oh, well, here we go.
Oh, we have a whole 0 people. Oh, it's got 1 like.
Still here.
Oh, look, we have 4 coming back.
Oh, look, the chat's going bananas already.
They've got to come back into the new stream.
They've got to come into the new stream because the old stream had to be taken down.
Why is that, Aaron?
Because I'm a fucking idiot. That's why.
I really do believe that I even warned you before you clicked on the pictures. Like, hey, make sure it's not up over here. And like on cue, you put it up.
So now, if you're watching this later, what time is it? We did about a half hour worth of show where we explained that Chad Zumach is an attention whore and pretended like we said we were suing him, which we were not. We were talking to a lawyer about something else, but he wanted to make it about him because Chad wants to play half victim, half tough guy. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, and we broke the guy. Now, that's a short synopsis of a 5 or 10 minute segment. Kevin Brennan's also mentally ill. They had Jake Hudson on today, which has to be a new low for MLC. They've got to be out of ideas.
I actually remember when you were on Rockin' 101. I remember that.
What? How do you remember that? You just discovered us recently.
No, I followed you before, and then you I came in I did the hey, how you doing? And you were saying that's like a white woman thing.
Wait, what did you said, hey, how you doing? And then I called you a white woman? You're getting Demi Lovato? No.
What if you could get Demi Lovato on this show, I would literally shit a brick.
Be pretty good.
It'd be sugar free for her.
The hype train is over.
Oh my God.
The hype train isn't over. We've just completed level 5. You guys can keep going if you want, especially after this announcement. See who figures it out. See who figured out the thing.
I'm gonna pass out. Oh my God. I don't have Kleenexes, so I can't cry.
Are you crying right now?
I'm trying really hard not to, and I'm trying really hard not to black out right now.
I hope you cry like a bitch. Cry. Squirt some tears! What happened when you announced your engagement? He yelled at me to cry. He shouted at me to cry. Oh, she's crying. Whoa. Oh, she's so gay now.
I'm extra gay.
You cried. You're gay. That makes you gay for crying. Oh. It's Pride Month. Go ahead. 111% of the way through level 5. Thank you guys very much for that. Yes, April's engaged to Johnny K.
Yes, it's actually, yes, that's why he's not here tomorrow, of course.
Good old JR says, what happened to not getting married ever again? First of all, good old JR, that is a totally not autistic and not reading the room thing to ask.
Right.
But at the same time, I think I said that before I met April here. So thank you for being maybe the dumbest person alive. But thank you for the question. That's very important.
I don't.
Would you like to? Women like to wave their. They love to wave their diamond rings in front of everybody's nose. There you go. There she's showing
that is it.
Showing the ring off.
That is it.
She's very happy. Would you?
I couldn't hold that in much longer.
Would you like to tell them you made this template?
Oh.
Would you like to tell them how that template came about? And thank you, Need Trump, for the 1,000 bits. We appreciate that.
I can't even read the chat right now. It's a blur.
You can't read?
My God. I was nearing blacking out a little bit, trying not to.
Winner, chicken dinner. Oh, blacking out.
I like that we're doing
I'm sorry.
this. I like
blacking out. I thought she said blackjack.
Yes.
I apologize.
I like that we're doing this with a breva on your lip too.
I do have some medicine on my disappearing cold sore.
Which part do I tell them?
Well, tell them how the template came about, what that means.
The template.
And don't cry while you do it, or everyone's going to think you're a bitch.
Will you pour me a drink too, please?
I will pour you a drink.
All right. This template came about.
No, we're not going to have the wedding streamed on Twitch. What do we look like? A bunch of assholes?
I don't remember what day it was this week. Thursday. I had just got done making supper.
And a very happy Tuesday.
We had the kids here. And
probably way
sitting
too much.
down at supper, and Aaron asked the two oldest they would come upstairs with him for a second, and I'm sitting down here left with the 2-year-old. I take her
bitch.
Yeah, I take her up to her room to go get her cleaned up after supper and all that, and I hear the two coming in the room behind me, and Aaron's standing in the doorway, and Charlotte and Louie are standing there with the box in her.
That's not very nice to say about yourself. Have some dignity.
A little red box. And they're both sitting there just smiling at me, and Charlotte opens the box, and the ring is sitting right there, and she said, "Will you marry our dad and stay with us forever?"
Fucking pretty gay, if you ask me.
I can't breathe. Will you take it from me?
Are you crying?
I'm George Floyding a little bit. Right?
You're George Floyd. Oh, guys, she's George Floyding on the show.
George Floyd. You making a joke about George Floyd the day you announced your engagement? The man died for no good goddamn reason. You think he couldn't have been restrained without pressing on his neck? You are one stupid motherfucker. Yes, I'm angry as hell. It's easy to talk about something from the sidelines. Something that you will probably never have to experience yourself. I was going to move on to your husband's lame jokes. But now that I've heard this from you, let's focus on you. April, big forehead looking ass.
That's what part of being anybody is.
Yeah.
Is it that hard to have a conversation? I'm not saying this is a black thing, but by saying that, I'm saying that. Is it like that hard to say, oh, sometimes when a guy has authority over you, you should be deferential? Like, is that humiliating for a black person to say?
It must be as black people, because black people believe that all cops are out to kill them. So,
yeah, but I mean, they're like, oh, we have to have a conversation about how to behave. Everybody has to have that conversation, but we don't have to have it about cops. White people just have it about people in general. White people do this thing where they talk to their kids. They go, you respect your teacher. You respect any adult with authority.
Your seniors.
You give them respect.
Yeah.
And so we don't have to have the conversation about cops. It's not because we're white and cops will never shoot us. More white people get shot by cops than black people every year. And usually we watch it and we go, oh, that dumb honky had it coming. But the reason we don't have to have the specific conversation about cops is we teach our children, hey, not everyone who criticizes you is disrespecting you, yo. Like, sometimes they're just an adult and you're a kid and they've had a shitty day and they're dumping on you. That's the way it goes.
You
what are you going to do?
Dump on me. Ew.
Sorry.
You know what's an interesting thought? I just realized as a white woman, if I ever get pulled over, I'm worried about my money, my bank account, and like, okay, what am I getting a ticket for or something? And I don't get tickets, but whatever. Black people don't worry about their money. They fucking worry about their lives. So that's kind of scary, I guess. Like, but if every black person around you, like, so let's say you're a black child, and every adult around you fucking tells you that these people are scary and like will kill you.
Please show me.
That's how you grow up now, and that keeps repeating itself.
Please show me a video where a black person had his hands on the wheel and said yes sir, no sir, and then got his fucking head blown off.
N-word. The N-word. Let's get to the N-word.
I mean, I know I'm black.
Do we have?
Now you want to address what I have to say.
Do we have a house here?
Yeah.
No.
That ain't
you
good.
never ask that question.
I mean, I do, but only to be funny with April.
Well, of course. Yeah.
No. Holy shit. Yeah.
If April's relationship with Aaron ends in divorce, this is the type of guy she has to look forward to. And it is not pretty. When April says everyone wants to have sex with her, she means a Cowpote Adventures kind of guy.
Earn your supper. You deserve much better, young lady. You're the best. You're a woman. I'm saying you're a dog. I'm saying you're just model, but hey. Yeah, I can. Hell yeah. As they say, you can eat donuts in my bed anytime, right? Sugar donuts. What you should be doing, he still thinks he's local. Go to parades here in Minnesota. Go down in my convertible.
Do you mind if I ask you? He really got pissed off at you that other day when you were saying, no, I don't come every time when we have sex, right?
Yeah, no, I don't have a problem with it. So on our show the other day, it was not really a big deal. So what wires got crossed, and it doesn't happen often. But so the whole article was like, oh, this study.
Wait, the article was. Oh yeah, okay. Explain to the rest of the group. Okay,
right. So an article got brought up from the show prep says, study shows people get sleepy and want to take a nap, or they sleep better after orgasming, after sex. Whereas I had a comment that I I meant to start saying, oh, I don't really get sleepy after I have sex usually. And I was about to finish it with like, oh, I usually feel energized or like I want to go do something or, and women don't come every time they have sex. That's a science thing and not a big deal. And then the chat starts running with it because our super fans love their fan fiction. They're like, ooh, did you hear that? That means April doesn't come when she has sex. Rah!
Like it's breaking news. Oh my God, women aren't coming every time. Oh my God, you don't say.
And every man in the chat, every man online and Twitter and Reddit is like, oh, I make women come every time. Aaron must
No,
be
you don't.
the
No, you don't. No, you don't. We lied to you. We definitely lied to you from time to time.
I'm getting all the DMs from the white knights, and I can save you. I can give you a good sex life. And
every time.
I'll make you come. But yeah, so Aaron and I had this very rare moment.
Stapled his nuts to a stack of papers. Walked in a strip club. Had my jacket zipped up. Flashed the bartender. Then stuck my dick in the tip cup. Extraterrestrial, running over pedestrians in a spaceship while they're screaming at me. Let's just be friends. 99% of my life I was lied to. I just found out my mom does more dope than I do. Do you want to address the rumors that you are on illicit drugs and that's actually why you are this way?
What the fuck? Who said that? Who just said that?
Would you like to address the allegations?
Who said it? I want to see
that you're on a bunch of drugs. Tweaking relief, said Lemmy's Phlegm. You're on tweaking relief.
Get fucked.
Red Honda, April can't stay still. I find her little twitches sexy as fuck. Yeah, they're saying you're on drugs, homeboy.
I never sit still. And you know what? The thing is that Aaron twitches more than I do. He just does it below the table. So just relax a little bit. I'm not a drug guy. I've got a fucking sinus infection.
We've also got, there is a subreddit called Took Too Much, meaning like drugs, like that. And they put you on that, saying that you took too much.
Why are you making me watch this shit?
It says, what's this girl? I thought you would think this is retarded.
It is retarded. That's why I don't watch it.
But I can't watch this? Well, fuck.
Anything you're going to find on fucking Reddit is retarded.
You don't think Reddit is a good source of journalistic?
You know how many things the Reddit, what is it, a thread about Steel Toe in general has said about me?
You don't think that they're credible?
So many. I looked one time, probably a year and a half ago, and it was so offensive, honestly. I'm like, I'm never looking at this again. And I didn't. I've never looked ever since.
You don't think what they're saying is accurate?
No.
Stuff to talk about tonight. I've also organized some... I've organized some things for her birthday that April is not aware of.
What?
I don't know how well these things are going to shake out. I did not plan them very well ahead of time. In fact, I planned them about a half hour before the show started at best.
What did you do?
But we'll see. I don't want to tell you because...
You know how bad we are at secrets.
But if I tell you and it doesn't happen, I mean, this is very much... This is not just predicated on what I've done.
You've ordered me a stripper.
I would never do such a thing. That would violate my vows.
You bought me a horse,
as it were,
a nice stallion.
No, I did not buy you a horse.
I took $60 to take my shirt. You think I'm like a $1?
Oh shit! I wanted to play a song while I came up. It's not even connected to Bluetooth anymore. It's not even worth it. That the functionality of me playing that music is a symbolism of how fucked up I am right now. You guys drinking? Are your standards really low? Would you fuck Natalie Ringsmith? All right, you're all allowed to drive home. Yeah. Does anybody else think this guy is basically homeless Austin Aries? All right. How do you guys like Corey and Brody Hooper's thing? That was fucking funny, right? You know what I love about that is they respect April and I's relationship so much that they did not trust me with that information, and I did not know that shit was going down until it happened.
Next, we are going to take a journey through Steel Toe. It will be hollower than a canoe. Get it? because they're in Minnesota and there are lakes there. That's how Aaron would explain a joke. Enjoy!
I don't think he's on the air right now, but if he is,
I don't know anything about this guy.
If he is, we might have to keep it PG-13 for a show if we're live.
Well, what show would he be on?
He does like a show for at work, and then he does a raunchier show.
Well, I'm gonna have to get to.
Yeah, you'll get the Steel Toe Joe update.
Yeah,
that's what this is all about.
Right.
Hello.
Hey, Joe, it's Bubba.
Joe. Who's Joe?
Hey, listen, buddy. Don't start trying to shtick me up. Don't.
It's Aaron.
Oh, okay. I didn't. Is that your real name, Aaron?
Yes, Aaron's my real name, Bubba.
Okay, so I'm just saying. I don't know. I just know you as what your radio program that got you in trouble is, and so I didn't know what your real name is. So I'm
my name on the show was Aaron too.
Well, what was the show? Something to do with the Steel Toe Morning Show?
Yeah, that's my show. Oh no, did they put my name as Joe? I don't mind that they totally buried me in the whole thing. I just wanted them to get my name right.
All right. So is your name Aaron?
My name is Aaron.
All right, and you're the host, or you were the host of the Central Minnesota Morning Show, correct?
Yeah, the Steel Toe Morning Show was and is, mine. Correct.
Okay, hosted by you, Aaron.
Yeah.
And now, where is your radio history? Where did you come from, Aaron? Like, where did you start? Where are you? Where I think you were just in Central Michigan. I mean, Central Minnesota.
No. I was born and raised in the north suburbs of Minneapolis, and then I went to school. I started in Litchfield, Minnesota, which is basically a farming community in central Minnesota. Went to Wilmer, which is another one, and then over to St. Cloud, over to Rockin' 101, and had a lot of success there until the day that I had to leave.
Aaron, before all that happened, did you have like a podcast or Twitch? Did you have anything established, or did you do all that after they forced you to leave?
We actually did a really cool thing. We had a company that had their head up their ass the entire time and didn't know what we were doing in the morning. Basically, they had a show on. They had a syndicated show on that wasn't doing well. I think they were like in 12th place. And they made a deal with me. This company was not known for spending money, kind of a family radio company that had been around for 50 years, ran it out of their shirt pocket. And they told us, come on aboard. We'll let you run all the sales. We'll let you run all the marketing. We'll let you just kind of do what you want. And they gave me a pittance up front, but I got to do all the sales. So that's where, we really got to be very lucrative after a while. And we just started doing things, and nobody ever checked on us.
How long were you, at Rockin' 101?
6 years this past August, so about almost 6.5 years.
All right, and you were considered kind of the shock jock of the community, so to speak. I've kind of watched a little bit of your stuff, and it's Bubba Howard Man-Cow-ish kind of. Am I kind of right?
We were. You name the shows from back then. I'm 33. It was Howard, and of course you were on in the afternoon at Sirius for a while there. And then I hate to say this, Bubba, this has been a real. We've struggled. We've really fought with this. We were also Opie and Anthony fans, and all I remember you saying about Opie and Anthony was, those nerds.
Yeah, but hold on. You're right. In the midst of the battle I did, but I've since befriended both of them, and I'm trying to do a show with Opie, so I got a lot of respect for those guys.
We are on the radar. We've had a strike. We've had the warning strike. We've had an actual strike, and it was a medical misinformation strike. I wonder how this Joe Rogan thing we're going to do today is going to work for YouTube. They're gearing up for 2024. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. But I want to hit that fucking 10,000, and then I want to get over that 10,000, and I don't care if I get another subscription after that. I want that fucking 10K, and then I want to hit the goal every day. I want to make my money, do the show, whatever, but it's that goddamn 10,000. I have to hit that or I'm going to lose my fucking mind. We already it was going to be 10K by the end of May. Then we peaked, we plateaued, it was over, so we didn't get that. Then it was 10K by the first day of summer. That's fucking tomorrow. If we don't hit this by fucking tomorrow, I'm going to lose my shit. Then people were making the rhyme 10K by the month of the gay or whatever. we're hitting that fucking
really
10,000.
stretching it there.
Look, I understand. It's over for us. Like, it's done. Whatever we've become on YouTube, we're going to become. My bad. All right, Nick Rekieta. Let's do that. Nick Rekieta has been banned from YouTube. He's a lawyer from here in Minnesota. He's at a YouTube channel. It's done very, very well. From what I'd heard, it was the second highest grossing super chat channel on YouTube.
That's pretty impressive, actually.
That's incredibly impressive. Good for Nick Rekieta. But apparently he got into it with this Keffels girl
Keffels.
It's fucking 20.
Person.
It's 2022.
You can say person.
I have no idea what anyone is anymore. I want to just go back to the days where we called people what they looked like. You know, I always thought that if you called someone a sir and they went, excuse me, I'm not a sir. I was like, yeah, but isn't that kind of your fault?
Yeah, like how was I supposed to know?
You look like a guy.
It's a man.
It's a man. So I don't know who this Andy Signori is, so don't be like, oh, you picked one from Popcorn Planet. That guy sucks. If we weren't allowed to have ideas, if we weren't allowed to exchange those ideas, and if we weren't allowed to openly criticize other people's ideas without being called a bigot or a racist when you really have no proof that they are either of those things, we wouldn't have developed into the very tolerant, diverse society that we have today. So your goal should not be getting people to stop saying certain things. Your goal shouldn't be everyone agreeing with you. That's weird. That's some brown shirt shit. Your goal should be everyone being able to disagree and everyone's disagreements being, magic word, tolerated, which brings me to number 3. Number 3 is we need to practice real tolerance. Real tolerance, as I've said before, is not everyone thinking the same thing. That's Nazism. No, tolerance is what you do when a baby's crying in the store. You don't walk up to the baby and start shouting at it. You don't hit their parents in the face. Instead, what you do is you grit your teeth, you go along shopping, even though you're not really a big fan of crying babies. You don't have to be a big fan of everybody. You just have to not hurt them and not take their stuff. Respect their individuality, respect their individual liberties, and respect their private space. This idea that everyone needs to hold hands and like each other, simply not true. We're not fucking six. So, tolerance, good.
Is this a sister-wife situation? What is this? I'm the nicest person ever. I'm going to make them
Hi, Chad.
Look at this.
Let's let them do whatever weird things they're doing behind the camera. I am taking over the stream. Just kidding, I'm kidding. Whoa!
Okay.
I don't know whose hand it was.
That was not
Yes, you do, you whore.
But it felt like Aaron's.
That was gross. It's actually Kayla's foot. Okay.
Why are you so squished to my skin?
Look, and the fact of the matter is that we're doing this completely out of pity.
April, don't make my hand
They don't
do
have
that.
a lot of
Hold on. We
friends.
got the beefcake.
There aren't a lot of people that are going to hang out with them. So we just go ahead and we hang out here. Because otherwise they're just going to be lonely.
Pinks everywhere. I guess we're swinging tonight. Maybe I've put it on the table. They've rejected me.
Look, guys, here's the deal. There is no swinging tonight unless Nick and I get drunk enough and we decide our lips look too tasty.
It's just them.
Aaron's
We're
butthole
going to
is
watch.
mine.
You notice we ladies are on the inside. It's to keep these boys off
The
each other.
sexual
They're
tension.
just
They can't help themselves.
We pretend that the heads of our penises are magnets with the same charge, and we just go.
Guys, I lost my voice, and you know how.
It gets very uncomfortable.
Aaron will be joining us.
So, watch this. This is something that the person who sent this to me noticed. Right here. She starts doing this the entire time. Now, you'll really have to watch, but she's rubbing her breast. And she keeps rubbing her breast for this entire show. Until, guess. When does she stop rubbing her tit? Anybody want to guess? When her husband comes. Now, is she signaling some chatter? Is she... What is this? Let's watch.
Very shortly, I promise. And I'm sure he'll be thrilled to tell you what he's been up to today, but we'll see. All right. No Pen says, put a black guy in the thumbnail and thinks it's okay to be late.
And this isn't just resting a hand. She's cupping her breast. You can see her thumbs occluded here. This is clearly wrapping around her tit. It's not just my hands here. There's no table there. There's nowhere to rest it. She's having to hold this up and squish her. Yeah, like a mammogram squish.
You guys got to wear leather and be Nazis and beat the shit out of
Dude,
people.
I fucking love
And now they're being fags.
Tell me I ever want to wear my light colored jeans. I always wear black and then a black leather jacket and black fucking cowboy boots.
Which is fine.
I love-
Yes, April?
Just the chat.
Wheat Diff says April is getting moist. They're also
Don't
saying
say that.
they're also saying Perry on time, never. I disagree. I think
Seems like everyone with that last name's better than that one guy, right? Did you see that?
yes. Let's move. We're gonna move Perry's box here to the middle of the screen.
We always want Perry's box
Yes,
in the middle.
Perry's box is priority right now.
Handle with care.
There we go. All right. So when Perry's ready, he'll drop in. You know what we'll say? Whenever Perry's ready, he can drop in, and we'll take him on, and I'm really looking forward.
Check this out. He doesn't. My shirt never mattered.
Hello?
Oh, are you there, sir?
Cool. Good morning, both of you, Aaron and April.
Hey,
Good
Perry
morning.
Perry Caravello, actor, comedian, superstar, one of our favorites. We're very excited to talk to you for the first time, sir. Are we going to be able to see you this morning, or?
I don't
There you
know.
are.
Well, wait.
There he is.
There I am.
I gotta make you the only square in here. I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you know this or not, Perry, but I am not technically sound at all.
We're sorry.
So
We're working on it.
Me neither.
let's jump into overtime, shall we? Or as JJ says it, let's talk about this whole Eliza Jordana.
We're here, huh?
We are here. I've got about 5 clips to show you what this piece of shit is. Now, the personal connection that we have here on this show is the community she enables, the dog shit, scum of the earth, low life, mentally ill audience that she enables, led to the swatting that we went through. And before you guys think that this is some kind of personal vendetta that I'm approaching out of anger, I can assure you it's not. It's basically a strategic smashing. It was born out of rage. I'll give you that. I was very upset. And I went, wait a minute. I have more than 3 times the subs. I have multiple times the views. I have a bigger audience. Why don't I just show my audience what a piece of shit she is, make fun of her, make fun of her audience, and just make her another lol cow?
Let's go.
What am I doing sitting here getting mad?
Add her to the pasture.
Yeah. Let's watch. Here, we'll open the gates. She can go into the pasture with the other lol cows, slam it shut. Maybe she fucks Chad Zumach to see if she can become relevant
Let's
again.
start grazing.
Who knows?
Steel Toe, from what I see, he wants to be Stern. He wants to be Anthony. And I just watched, literally last night, the Vice special about the dark side of the 2000s with the shock jockery and all that shit.
Okay.
And it's like, if you think that we are ever going to revisit those times again with the misogyny and the this and the that, like, yeah, I mean, you were there. You saw it all.
Yeah, absolutely.
My wife is considerably younger than me, so she was not familiar with Stern or Opie or the Radio Wars or any of that shit. And she was just like, whoa, like, I can't believe this shit was going on. But it's very similar to what's going on today with the podcast wars. You know, you got Chad and you got Kevin. Now Carl's in the mix. You got Steel Toe, who's about to, I mean, Steel Toe, I could talk about Steel Toe for a while, but you're the one who did the homework. you're the one who had to slog through the Steel Toe portion of this show.
So I was with you in your description of Steel Toe up until you put him in, or Steel Toe, in the same category as all those other shows. He tries inserting himself into it in anything that's going on from what I've seen. And
until it gets too hot. Until the heat gets turned up too much, like with Chad, and then he bags, you know, everybody's mentally ill. Everybody is a hater. Everybody is a troll. It's like, you can't, especially in today's world, steel toe included, you can't just dislike something. You have to be trolling them or a hater or something. It's like, no, you watch steel toe, and my feeling is objectively, it sucks. It seems like they should just remove the Stern stuff, remove the Opie stuff, give up the dreams of the shock jockery and the political incorrectness, and become like, you remember in Fargo when the lady was the original movie, when the woman was, the wife was sitting on the couch and she's knitting or doing something, drinking a cup of coffee and listening to this Minnesota Nice guy and gal bullshit morning show. And that's what I think steel toe should be like. Drop any, although April, man, like April, they were doing a story recently about a cow who won in a state fair, and the cow had a very offensive name for black people. Not the N word, it was the J word. Okay. And April seemed to think there was absolutely no problem with that. She's like, what? It's cute. Like, they probably didn't know. like really, it was weird.
You know, it's again, brother. We're here to talk about SummerSlam, man. And on Sunday, dude, Hulkamania is going to run wild on everybody in the Bobby Heenan family, man. You tell him, Unique.
It's longer than the first one.
I believe he said the N-word, brother.
Yeah.
After we beat Lex Luger and the Giant, we want to go, sucker. Unique, tell him about it.
Oh.
Yeah. A couple of people calling out the Macho Man. Yeah. You don't want to call down the madness. Yeah. Because the madness has to come down from the mountain. Yeah. It's going to take care of whatever brought it there. Yeah. Before it ascends back to the top. Yeah. And I got a couple of people with me. Yeah. Believe you me, I brought some friends with me. Yeah. I brought the River Pig. Yeah. Wink, wink, snort, snort. It's going to be the River Pig in the ring. Yeah. With my buddy Unique, yeah, Joe Erotic, yeah, getting a little exotic, yeah, I want to bring down the madness, and Joe's bringing it with me. Unique, tell him.
He actually turned into Darkside Phil. His begging is very reminiscent of the Darkside Phil model, and it didn't seem like he was doing that until he started doing that. Oh, actually, before I get to Aaron, Spurgsnake over on my Discord shared this with me. There is an Imholt divorce countdown happening. About a year and a half is what they have put the odds on. I think that's about accurate. I don't know whether to take the under or the over. Whoever put this into place really chose some good odds. I don't know whether to put my money on the under or the over. And something else that Spurgsnake shared is the signs of Klinefelter syndrome. Actually, Aaron does give me a nice segue into that Klinefelter syndrome. So let me get to Aaron. Take it away, you, sir, who does a show, whereas apparently other people don't do a show, Mr. M. Holt.
199 from Kiff Dunnage says, Steel Toe Morning Show is a national treasure. Aaron is built different. Wow, am I really? Am I built different? I've always thought that about myself. But that's something that other people have to say about you. You can't say
and
you're built different.
Being that he's built different, I did preview this a little bit. That does lead me to that Klinefelter syndrome. MK Ultra is taking the under, thinking 6 months after last night's show. But some of the people over at Spurgtopia have pointed out that April is a strong-headed individual, and the fact that we are taking bets on this marriage not lasting long may go with the over. The fact that she's kind of bullheaded, and that is a good quality, the fact that she is very strong-willed and speaks her mind, as we've seen. Oh boy, a lot of people are aware that in talking of how their marriage works, April M. Holt absolutely buried Aaron's sexual prowess. And that has become a running gag in the Steel Toe Morning Show, Steel Toe Boring Show community is that Aaron cannot please his wife because April done said it on the air. And both myself and Spurgsnake have got interest in April. She is a Minnesota 9, maybe a 9.5. She is a good-looking woman. Yes, indeed, she does have a forehead that's a little big. I think mine's a little big, too. So we can go and have a forehead off, April. Aaron admitting that he is built different. So this is a good segue over into the Klinefelter syndrome. Can you see that? Let's go ahead and make that even bigger. So the signs of having a Klinefelter syndrome is a taller, less muscular body than males their age. That is true. Broader hips and longer legs. He does have an odd shape, larger breasts. I do not know why Aaron ripped off his shirt. Actually, I think he's a wrestling fan. It was to do like a Hulk Hogan type of thing, and he ripped off his shirt. He has got some solid B cups. Weaker bones. I haven't seen him with a cast, so that one's questionable. Low energy level. He does need a co-host to bounce off of to keep his energy level up. A smaller penis and testicles. That goes along with not pleasing his wife. So it's quite rumored that his penis and testicles are below average. Or if he is packing, he does not know how to use it. Delay in puberty. We don't know that less facial. We haven't seen him with facial hair, but I do have enough facial hair for both of us to make up for that Klinefelter syndrome that you have going on.
Aristocock says Aaron is not allowed at the Flying J restroom anymore. Care to comment? No, why would I comment on something so embarrassing?
You wore out a glory hole.
The fuck is wrong with you? Chelino says, there's major drama right now. You should jump in head first, Aaron. It's not toxic at all. No, none of it's toxic.
I kind of like people like Chelino that are involved with it that know it's toxic at least.
Right, yeah.
That's self-awareness.
I think that's Citizen M, too. He's like, this shit's retarded, but I can't stop. Like, he can't help himself. It's out of his control.
I don't know if he'd say it's retarded. I think he likes it.
He knows. The Dabble versus Trash, I do a real show, not this shit again. Well, I mean, it's true. I'm sorry, Citizen M. I mean, if it sounds like bragging, then it's bragging. That's fine. I mean, I do. We cover shit, and then we make fun of people once in a while. I mean, those shows are really garbage. They're really, really bad. And God bless them. I hope they all make a lot of money. I hope they all do really, really well. But, I mean, as far as, like, the quality of broadcast, they're shit, and mine's better. I can't help it. If that upsets you, I apologize.
I like that they exist because then the people that like to watch them can stay there.
Right.
How's that?
Aaron Imholt was never popular. Somebody posted this on the Steel Toe Boring Show Reddit. Anyone else find it funny he took the logo and name of a show that was around well before him? Who cares? He's an arrogant ass. It's sad that people think the cancel culture is going after people's jobs is okay. What a dick. This poor baby got what he deserved. He's never been popular. Used to just being harangued on the internet. Ripped apart. Always been a loser. Never been popular. His ridiculous ego brought him to this. Glad to see him being held accountable. Good riddance. I hated that guy. I hate cancel culture more than anyone, but this was long overdue. Words have consequences. Why did it take this long for him to get fired again? Don't forget about karma. I always thought of him and his humor as gross. It only lasts 5 minutes. I had to turn it. I don't know why he's acting like this guy who's always experienced success. Every time he's left a platform, everyone's like, good.
Anyway, so we're with Aaron. Aaron, how do you say your last name?
Imholt.
Imholt. All right, so you're from Minnesota?
Yeah, from Minnesota. Other than vacation, haven't left.
What part of Minnesota?
Central. Well, I was born in the north suburbs of Minneapolis and moved up for radio purposes to central Minnesota, which is just really Minnesota is Minneapolis and St. Paul, and the rest of it's just.
No, I did. I know Minnesota a little bit because I used to do. I had a college agent based in the Midwest, so I did a lot of Minnesota.
Okay. St. Cloud. I don't know. If
yeah, St. Cloud. I was going to ask you St. Cloud because I actually did St. Cloud Tech, I think. And I did a like a nooner, a lunch. It was at St. Cloud. Anyway, I did a noon college show, which are always a nightmare.
Somebody's doing well.
So it wasn't today, Bob. Anyway,
okay, calm down.
No, it was about 80 years ago. So anyway, so I was doing this Anyway, I was not doing well, so I started, they're all eating. I started doing diarrhea jokes, and long story short, they wouldn't pay me. So
oh shit.
So then my agent had so I always remember St. Cloud as just like, oh, I'm like, who would fucking live here? Like, who would live in St. Cloud? It's like I could see living in the Twin Cities. Maybe you run into Prince or Kirby Puckett. But you're not thinking St. Cloud.
Actually,
Tyler Moore.
Yeah, when I was a kid, that's actually what you would do. You would just walk out your front door, you walk down to Minneapolis and St. Paul, you go to the market, and either Prince or Kirby Puckett would always be there.
Yeah. But you always had that mall. You always had a mall to fall back on. We have the biggest mall with a fucking stupid little roller coaster. Hey, it's a roller coaster. It's really like a monorail that loops around. It's not
a very fast roller coaster.
It's not very big or imposing, but then you had a shooting there, so that put you back on the map.
Right, and we had a kid, like a 3-year-old Royal Rumble over the top rope thrown from the 3rd story to the floor.
Oh, right, I remember that. Yeah, somebody threw the kid, right?
Yeah, that kid made it though. Like he's, I think, relatively fine now.
I heard he's podcasting.
I heard he does the weather on Gino's show. Nice.
Yeah. First of all, Aaron, do you watch Gino's show?
Oh, fuck. Here we go.
You don't, right? You don't,
Kevin,
right?
Kevin.
You don't, right?
I started out.
I know Aaron's, Gino's doing, who are these podcasts today because he's sick of like talking and nobody hearing, nobody reacting because Gino's show doesn't exist. Gino doesn't exist. So he has to go on other shows now to get people to fucking listen to him because he don't exist. He don't exist. Go ahead. You ever watch a show?
Yeah, Bob, I understand the position you're in now when two people you like fucking despise each other.
If you think this documentary is missing some narration, no, it isn't. If you are this far into the video and have not gotten any of the points made so far, then I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you think this shouldn't be called a documentary at all. Maybe it's not a proper one. But do you think these people on YouTube deserve something of value focused on them? Ask yourself that question and get back to me. I think you already know the answer.
Oh, you're a transphobe. No one's a transphobe. We don't want an 8-year-old getting his dick cut off or her tits lopped off.
Well, I mean, it depends on how awful the tits are.
That's true. Like those bird fucking broads have no tits. They might
Right?
never mind.
I mean, just tiniest little. I mean, make an effort. That's all.
Yeah, what do you think's going to happen? You think they're going to catch on? They're like playing radio station over there. You think it's a good idea to go do 5 shows a day with the same 3 people?
It's bizarre to me. I made a joke at Dabblecon about how overexposed Bob Levy is. Like, I don't know. It seems like too much to me. And we talk about that with Steel Toe too. It's like you can't be on air that long. It's got to dilute the product at some point.
Well, you spoke to about Steel Toe or to Steel Toe?
Yeah. No, I know that you say this about Steel Toe, and I agree with you. Being on air for 7 hours a day is too much.
Yeah. I think you just get it. It's just, I think it's first of all, it's exhausting, isn't it? To be on 7 hours, like 7 hours of anything.
Probably healthier behavior, I'm guessing. Hey, how are you doing? Have you been listening?
Oh my goodness. Well, I hope you can hear me because I'm in the shop. So.
Okay, I thought you were going to say shower. And I was going to say, well.
No,
guess.
yeah, no.
Actually, this is going to be the YouTube clip today, and to be honest, the shower would have been a more appropriate thing because after I'm done.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. What's going on, hon?
Well, we were talking about this on the show. Zach says, first I want your opinion on this. I disagree with Zach. He says that I have an unhealthy obsession with Demi Lovato.
Yeah, I said so too. I said she's your new Katy Perry. Once Katy Perry got all goofy feminist and chopped off her hair, you've been all this weird, and you try to be sly about it, hon, but you're not. Like, you're like, every time you can bring her up, oh yeah, so we're making supper night. By the way, Demi Lovato. And you're like, what?
She's the new Katy Perry.
Weird. She's one of those sad cases that, like, that she used to be into drugs and all that. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh, let's watch her and take care of this.
Well,
poor
here's
woman.
the deal. No, here's what it is. I like broken girls. That's why I married you. Remember, you dated like
I know. I mean, I picked some trash, yes.
Yeah, you picked some trash, literally and figuratively. You dated a crackhead for years, almost married a crackhead.
Crackhead, yes.
Yeah.
Puerto Rican. I mean,
Okay, but wait a minute.
like
You
a
keep
guy
doing
who's
this.
24
Hold
to
on.
17. Oh, it's
She
terrible.
can't hear me right now. Well, you keep doing this, and you have to stop because people are going to think you're a true blue racist. You keep saying you dated a crackhead and then a Puerto Rican, as if just someone being Puerto Rican is like bad.
That is true. That sounds really bad. That actually sounds terrible. I just mean certain things he did culturally were different than me. Wait. Oh, no.
Yeah, that sounds racist, too.
Can I ask a question really quick?
Okay, continue. Just let me go.
Zach has a question.
So wait, did Aaron have an obsession with Katy Perry for a while?
Yeah.
Oh my God! If you don't, yes, he's the. Well, I don't want to say obsession, but like she was the celebrity. Like I swear, he like her boobs and her face and all that stuff. Like he always brought her up, and now it's Demi Lovato.
Wow.
So I don't know.
Wasn't I like a Natalie Portman guy at some point, or Keira Knightley?
Yeah, that was weird, and I threw that one out because I was like, honey, she's super duper skinny, and no, but like she made no sense. Like I was like, what are you doing? Like she doesn't have boobs or nothing. Like it was what?
Yeah, you're probably right.
It was crazy.
So anyway, the reason I bring up my Demi Lovato obsession, this isn't going to help. In the event that, let's say this show really takes off and we have to travel around the country and do some things, and let's say you and I, we leave the kids at home, what have you, and we run in to Demi Lovato at some radio station thing.
Oh my God.
And, she really likes you because you guys, you're probably real bubbly and fun.
I know where this. Oh,
Hold on. Could you just? You don't know how to do. You don't know how to do radio. Let this
actually, it'll hurt my self-esteem because you're gonna be way more into it than her than me.
You're talking
and
too
then I have to
much.
live with you the rest of
You
my
can't
life.
hear
Oh,
me
my
over you talking on the radio. I hate this phone system. You need to stop for a second. This is radio. You need to let these things breathe. You don't need to just rush headlong into them. I know
what you're gonna say.
Let me paint a picture, for God's sake. I'm an artist. So we're at another radio station. Here's Demi Lovato. She walks in. Oh, hi, Aaron. I love your show. It's nice to meet you. Your wife is so pretty. Oh, thank you, Demi. That's very nice of you. Meanwhile, I'm trying to hold it. My heart's beating out of my chest because I have an unhealthy obsession. And I talked to her, and I'm like, well, hey, if you'd like to meet my wife. She's like, I'd love to meet your wife and all that, blah, blah, blah. And she goes, I've been reading about you, and I heard you have 2 kids. Did you bring Oh, no, we left them at home and blah, blah, blah. She goes, oh, I'd love to go meet your wife. And then she goes to meet you, and then I don't know. She's sober, so I don't know if drinking would enter into it. But for some reason, she gets a little bi-curious. You guys start making out or whatever. I jump in. Is this a 3-way with Demi Lovato? Is that something, if the opportunity ever arose, that you would be interested in?
First off, I already answered your question, but you got mad at me because I already answered it before you painted this picture, which I already knew was what you were painting. It's
a pretty hot
also,
picture.
You brought up our kids, and that throws everything out the window.
They're not there.
Once you said, "Oh, are your kids with?" I mean, that's out. Oh, sorry.
Okay, in this case, our kids are. Okay, in this case,
terrible picture of my life.
He's not going to like that you do a show with your wife. You're going to get a beta out of Jesse Lee. So I got to ask you: is hosting a show with your wife beta?
Well, let me ask this first, and then I can respond to that.
Okay.
And I want to respond. Are you the head of your wife?
April, am I the head of my wife?
No, don't ask her.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I'm going to get a beta now. Oh, shit.
Beta.
All right.
That was beta.
I will say this. The company, yes, I am the CEO of the company that puts on this show.
I'm not even on the business, so.
And so are you the head of your wife?
Yes, in that regard.
No, are you the head of your wife?
Yes.
And April, do you obey your husband?
Usually.
Uh-oh.
Do you obey your husband?
Yes.
Do you obey your husband?
I think so.
Oh, shoot.
I have a little bit of individuality going on here, which I think you'd be okay with, but I think, yes, I have a good role in this house, if that makes sense.
And so you're not sure if you obey him or not?
I guess, what are the parameters on that?
Jesse's going to yell beta. He's not going to let you go with these half answers. Yeah, see, he's not going to let you go with these half answers.
Oh, no.
He needs a yes or no, and it needs to be confident. You can see him. He's leaning forward. He's got his BS
I'm trying
detector
to think
out.
here. I'm like a hunter-gatherer person. I go out and do the food stuff.
He's going to yell beta.
Beta! So let me ask, April, when you wake up in the morning sometime or your husband Aaron get home and you sitting there at the board and he's running the show and won't let you speak and you get angry, how does he deal with that when he see that you're angry?
Can I tell you something? I don't get angry because I know that it's his show to run, and that's my honest answer.
Oh.
And how about home life when you're angry at home about nothing? He see that you're irritated. How does he deal with that?
I think usually I get yelled at a little bit.
No, I wouldn't say yelled at.
I don't know if I'm ever angry about nothing.
When she's angry about something, Jesse, I try to pull her out of it. It's not that big of a deal. Although I would say recently I've changed that a little bit and gone to more like, hey, it's okay, it's gonna be all right. I don't know if I'm doing it right. I don't know if I'm doing it alpha or beta. I'll yield to you. And how
when you
should
say
that?
angry about something, is there one thing in life that you should be angry about? Either one of you?
Ooh.
Me? Angry?
Either one of you. Is there one thing in life, because both of you said when she's angry about something.
Yeah.
Is there one thing in life that can ever happen to you that you should be angry about?
I think the correct way to answer that, because I did grow up a Christian woman.
Let's go ahead and get ready for what you boys and girls paid for, which is, oh God, my dick's already moving. All right.
Oh, it's not that good, is it? Do I have to do this?
No, you don't. I mean, you were the one who said you would. Oh my goodness.
Is this okay?
Oh my Lord. Oh, and she's showing the cardinal tattoo. Oh, that is.
What do you mean?
That is.
It's just a
all
scar.
right. Oh yeah, it's just a big scar.
It's just a really big scar from some really sexy guy in Texas.
Tattoo artist.
All right, y'all paid for it. I went with a classic black one with a not classic bottom.
Oh my God. Helgi says do a full turn. Yeah, see, they're never going to be
Do
satisfied.
a full turn. I don't know. Knock out tomorrow's goal and I'll turn around for 30 seconds. I'll stand there with it.
Laundry room says I got blood flow.
Or lack thereof. It's all in one spot.
That's really cute. You're built like a 12-year-old boy, says Hobo.
Thank you. I know. So
John's neglected cat says suck it in, piggy.
what? Fine.
I am a
Here,
cunt.
I'll tuck it in.
I am a cunt. My PP did a Hitler salute.
Is this okay? Did I do okay for all of you?
Cowpoke called it. Monetize that body, said balls and wieners.
No, here's the thing. I've done 2 hot tub streams. I don't care anymore.
Roots Calhoun says for just 15 cents a day, you can help feed a starving April. Balls Deep
My abs
gifting.
are phenomenal. I know.
Balls Deep gifting a membership. Thank you very much.
Look at this. Look at it. Oh, God, it's too far away, so I can't really see it. But have you ever seen this bottom? Do you know this was the first really really bottom I ever bought from Victoria's Secret back when they were pretty risque? This is from 2014. Get out of here! Fuck. This is their time.
Ooh, fuck you. I get my
I'm
time.
gonna me too, you boss.
Oh, please do. Send me to HR for a spanking. Fuck.
I mean, this isn't so bad.
April got a banging little spinner body.
Thank you.
Thank you, Aristocock. I'm jealous. Even at my fittest, I couldn't look that good.
I lost a little bit of weight too, so.
Vince Griswold says, we're doing it.
Dude, if they knocked out tomorrow's goal tonight,
Oh, yeah?
I would probably do the full turn, and I'll linger.
turn?
I'll linger a little bit.
Oh, my.
But I mean, it's not really that big of a deal, guys. It's fine.
How do you feel about a lot of people saying that you are now trying to sell the sex appeal to your viewers to
I know this.
make the
look,
grift?
I know this. I know this breaks their heart, and I'm really sorry. I have no better way to say it. You're asking what I think about it. I don't. I just don't. I don't give
It's
a
not
shit.
a thing.
I mean, what are they saying? You can, I guess, email it to me, I suppose. Well, April did. I know we've done the 2 hot tub streams, and she really liked them. And then one night, people were joking around about doing the bikini thing. And I was like, well, what do you think? She's like, yeah, I'd do it. And I was like, all right, cool. That's cool with me. So I kind of cheerled it and everything else. She feels really good about her body. She thinks she looks great. I happen to agree.
Agreed.
I know some people have hangups about that. Maybe they're projecting their own shit. I don't know. But if they have an opinion about it, they're more than I put out a show. They're more than welcome to have an opinion. If me not caring about that opinion is somehow upsetting, take it up with somebody. I don't know. But she had fun. I had fun.
Okay.
A lot of the audience had fun. I guess I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, well, tell Lemmy. We did see a clip of you kind of going at Lemmy a little hard, and she may have some opinions. I don't know. What's your opinion on this, Lemmy? As far as the
My opinion is that your opinion was you did have an opinion, and you said we had overwhelming positive feedback from it, except a few, and then you went on to tell me that, or to tell your audience that maybe I was jealous.
We were being
I'm curious. Hold on.
You were definitely being. You were being a little cunty. You were being. Of
course, absolutely. Yeah. I'm always a cunt in the chat. I've never not been a cunt in your chat ever.
Right.
So it's on brand. But
so
I'm curious.
Why is that a problem?
I'm curious as to what you think I would be jealous of April over.
I mean, being with me, number one.
That's fucking disgusting.
Aaron made me do this.
Yeah, you got moves. We get it. We know, Granny.
Why
the right one's higher.
Is that a computer thing, or why are your nipples like that?
He has one wonky nip. That's all there is to it. He's got one move. He's got one move.
He didn't want to be seen.
He's embarrassed. He got embarrassed. That's sad. All right.
There's an easy way to take care of this. We've posited a few theories, like either Lemmy was disappointed or mad or something, or she was jealous or whatever. Well, let's ask the question. Lemmy, were you jealous of the bikini stream?
No.
Well, then there we go.
What were your thoughts on it? Just whatever. I think you generally stated before, but I'm just giving her a chance to say her thoughts.
My general thoughts on it are, yes, a disappointment, because I've seen you both be better than that, and you've resorted to cheap tactics for views and money, and that upsets me as somebody who is a fan from back in the Twitch. Shut the fuck up, dude.
No, you're wrong. It wasn't for views and money. It was fun, and she wanted to do it, and we had a good time.
So it wasn't for hitting the goal.
I mean, if they asked if we hit the goal, will she do that? And she's like, yeah, sure,
that's for money. Then that's for money. That's a cheap tactic. It's cheap. You can do it. You can say why not. It's still a cheap tactic.
That's fine, honey. That's there's nothing wrong with that.
Call me honey, dude.
Who's never left home? Who's never struck out to find a dream and a life of their own? A place in the clouds, a foundation of stone. Many precede and many will follow. A young girl's dreams no longer hollow. It takes the shape of a place out west, but what it holds for her, she hasn't yet guessed. She needs wide open spaces, room to make a big mistake. She needs new faces. She knows the highest stakes. She traveled this road as a child, wide-eyed and grinning, she never tired. But now she won't be coming back with the rest. If these are lies,